Hello, today we're going to look at another Beckett magazine, and this one is December 1996, issue number 81 of Beckett Football Card Monthly. Cost is $3.50 and features two famous running backs, Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith. Running comparisons, Barry versus Emmitt. Who's your favorite, Barry or Emmitt? Comment down below. On the back, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, another running back. Inside cover, they used to have artwork. Not anymore, they're ads. This one is for bus collectibles, team buses, and looks like team trucks. In this issue, we got Barry and Emmitt. There's a card of Brett Favre, one of my favorite players as a kid. Off the bench, we have an article by Tracy Hackler, associate editor. We got Barry and Emmitt. We got an ad for a Rapper Redemption featuring John Elway in a reef made out of wrappers. Here's an article about short prints. An ad for Skybox. Technology. Yeah, the technology really advanced in 1996. They were doing some crazy stuff. Lasers and all this. And here we go. There's an ad for these laser images. Scoreboard. Ken Goldman. NFL lasers. Only 1,600 super premium cases produced. More on short prints. Starting lineup. I wonder if I still have my starting lineup figures. I don't know. I haven't seen them in years, so we'll see. Another Favre card. Aikman here. Pacific ad for Lithocell. Yeah, Lithocell. 1 in 481 packs. And there's those old helmets. My grandpa had one of those. And Collector's Choice, I used to like as a kid because it was affordable. You can get a pack for $1 or whatever. Reader's Right section. And by 1996, they were really getting creative, like I said, and they're putting game-used balls in the cards. Some things are worth fighting for. Collector's Edge. Or Reader's Right. We've got an ad for Playoff. Tony Mandarich. Well, we regretted that draft. And here's the hot list. Now, in 1996, they must have got rid of the cold list because I don't see it. And it always didn't make any sense. There was a hot list and the number one player could be listed on the cold list as well. And that didn't make sense. So they just got rid of it. Who's hot? Number one, Brett Favre. 1996. Number 2, Terrell Davis, Jerome Bettis, Terry Allen, Barry Sanders, Herman Moore, Curtis Martin, Jerry Rice, Jim Harbaugh, Emmitt Smith, LaShawn Johnson, Ricky Waters, John Elway, Chris Carter, Vinny Testaverde. Of course, some of these guys you've heard of. And what's hot in vintage? And I like this one. The top 5 Green Bay Packers: Bart Starr, Paul Hornung, Jim Taylor. Packers team cards, especially Lombardi and Jerry Kramer. So, and they got Paul Hornung right here. I'd like to get into collecting some vintage football, but even though I'm a Packer fan, and yeah, Bart Starr, I'd probably like some of those cards, but to me, I like the defense. Ray Nitschke, very affordable, but yet I think he's a good player to pick up for me, rather than spending, like hundreds and thousands of dollars on Bart Starr. I can pick up Ray Nitschke. I got this one for under $4, and it hasn't really changed the price in all these years. So that's who I'm picking up for vintage. I'd like to get some vintage defensive players. Yeah, that's interesting for me. Anyway, it's new, something new for me that I haven't really ever gotten into. Vintage football. So yeah, we'll see. Sammy Ball rookie card, 375. Otto Graham, 450 in 1996. Tom Landry, 500. Let's go to 57 tops. Bart Starr, 425. Johnny Unitas, 425. Paul Hornung, 425. So I just recently saw a video, Scotty Tradition, and he has the whole team set for the Packers. He just recently picked up a couple of commons in PSA 7. He was trying to get everything PSA 8 or higher, and he says that the Bart Starr PSA 8 that he has is worth $17,000 for PSA 8. So back then it was $425. It's definitely gone up. Let's see. Joe Namath, 1,500. Now let me go back because yeah, let's get Jim Brown. Jim Brown, 425. Jim Brown rookie card, 425. And then this is something that's interesting to me. How to use and condition guide. So it'll tell you how to use, and they even talk about corners. And they have an interesting, looks like they're using 86 Topps football. And which is interesting because, yeah, you got these stripes, and to look at the corners, but it tells you how you can grade these corners. Grade your own cards. You can be a grader yourself. And the price guide percentage by grade. This would be interesting for somebody that studied things. Back in 1996, it was more reasonable. So let's say you had an X-Mint card. It could be worth 90% of the price, the price guide price, but a mint was 150. So the difference between a mint and an X-Mint was like 60%. if you got a mint in pre-68, it's going to be like a lot more nowadays than an X mint. It just is. And I don't agree with it, but it's like if it's mint, it's worth like 10 times more than in many cases, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I guess, people want it. They want that super rare card that's super great condition, and they're willing to pay like enormous times what I think is reasonable, but it's whatever the person's willing to pay, I guess. $1970 tops. My Nitschke's worth $4 here. OJ's $90. Montana rookie card, $180. And the 84 tops USFL. Steve Young, $200. Jim Kelly, $95. Reggie White, $75. And, of course, Herschel Walker, $25. 89 score. Barry, $50. Dion, $20. And Troy Aikman, $50. Emmitt Smith, 90 Action Pack, $20. 91 Stadium Club. I need to get that Brett Favre card yet. I still do not have it. $45. And at this point, 90, 91, 92, you're going to have a lot of junk wax and a lot of different companies. But then you're going to get into like lots of different companies. And surprisingly, football had a lot of them. Seemingly more than baseball even. Well, probably not, but it just seems that way. Like Pacific, Playoff, Collector's Edge, stuff that we didn't have in baseball. Score, Select, SP, Ultra, Upper Deck, so many. It started to be in 1993, but then it would just get more and more and more. 94, Topps Finest Refractors, Marino 200. But things got to be expensive. Things got to be just so many companies. And that was just 94. And then when you get to 95, 96, it just got, I think it got crazy. And it turned me off of it a little bit, because it's like, I'm not going to spend, at that time, and I was going into high school, it's like, I'm going to start saving for a car, that sort of thing. So, refractors, $1,800 for that set. Obviously, these are interesting cards, metal, very unique cards coming out, but it got to be like, you got to make choices of what you want in life and what you want to spend your money on. And it got to be very expensive, some of these cards, and just like kind of overwhelming. All the different brands. It wasn't like the vintage years where you had one company or maybe two. Got to be a lot. Here we got Topps Finest Refractors here. Even more expensive. Brett Favre, $700 for 96 Finest Refractors. $700 for that. I mean, that's more. In 1996, that was more than a Bart Starr rookie card. A 96 refractor of Brett Favre. Dan Marino, 1,100. Almost as much as the Joe Namath rookie card. So that's what I mean. It's like, got to be crazy, really. And then the pack prices, box prices, really high. But you could get some very cool looking stuff, interesting inserts, and all that. That is for sure. If somebody just collected 1996, they would have so much stuff, because there is so much stuff available just in that 1 year. Look at Burbank here and their website. They actually have a website in 1996, and they have an email address and a website. Want lists welcome. Over 4 million singles in number order. Look at the website, lainet.com/BCS. What's hot cards? 92 Stadium Club Brett Favre. Yeah, I don't have that one either. In the Packer uniform. 91 Stadium Club Brett Favre. Yeah, those two I need to get yet. Beckett Online. Well, they got a website, Beckett.com. Okay. Here's an article. Barry versus Emmitt. Got John Madden there. Tom Jackson. Chris Berman. Chris Collinsworth. Those guys have been going for a long time. Ronnie Lott, Joe Theismann. Another ad by Scoreboard. Got some cool looking cards. Dan Marino, Joe Montana. Game used jersey. Those die cut, those Pacific cards. Marvin Harrison. Dan Marino. Curtis Martin. Cards for kids. You can donate cards. Different places, the children's hospitals and things like that. I should do that. I've got a lot of comments. I should do that. It's a good idea. And then they had the team addresses, which what I would do is I would send cards to different players in care of their team address, and I would get a few autographs signed back. There's a video that I've got about my autographs. And here's a cool looking cheesehead ad for the Brett Favre special issue tribute, Beckett tribute. A lot of ads. They used to have artwork in the inside covers. Now they got collectible ads. And on the back, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So that is your 1996 Beckett Football Card Monthly. For more reviews of Beckett magazines, go to my channel. Thanks for watching.